Well, and a hairdryer has the same computing power necessary.
As a rocket that brings you to the moon, yeah.
Tony Stark has no judgment, probably because he's a bit of a drunk. Or jazz accident.
Terrible jazz accident.
Yeah, piano fit on him.
Inhaled his own trumpet instead of blew it.
Yeah. Like we've said about the weapons manufacturing, which some of us don't need a life-changing terrorist attack to make sure that we don't make weapons, Adam.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Hero Complex. It's a show where we put two of our greatest heroes and humans up against each other. Unfortunately, we can't always book these heroes, so what I've got is two of the best debaters around in Pat Brusnahan and Adam Greene. They're both very, very funny comedians. So, guys, they don't know who each other have picked. This is a slick intro, but don't worry about that. They don't know who each other have picked, so guys, I'm going to give you a chance now to introduce your heroes. I'll be judging. I'm Hugh Peacocke. Pat, if you want to tell us who you've got this week.
Thank you, Hugh. It takes a good man to come first, but a great man to come second. I've picked Buzz Aldrin, astronaut pioneer, born in New Jersey ages ago. He's a war hero, and he's someone who's patient enough to let other people take the glory while he does all the hard work. Someone who has outlived Neil Armstrong and been to space more times than him. I think I didn't count. But a true hero in my eyes, despite what I looked up about him today, and some things aren't great, but hopefully you don't know that. Buzz Aldrin, war hero, vibrate his name, and has been influential throughout technology since 1969, where he was the second man to walk on the moon and the first man to gain my heart. Buzz Aldrin is my hero for this week.
Okay, and that's Buzz Aldrin, a man who we now all suspect was a war hero on the wrong side.
Yes, he fought for Korea.
Now let's welcome Adam Greene to the show. Who do you have for us this week?
Well, you're in for a real treat. This week I have picked Ironman, Tony Stark. So yeah, they've both been to space. He's been to space, I think, more than Buzz Aldrin. Well-known billionaire, weapons manufacturer turned renewable energy maker, so inventor. So yeah, really impressive guy. He's led the Avengers, funded the Avengers for the last 12 years. He's just a top bloke.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great intro.
For the second week in a row, you've picked a fictional billionaire.
Yes. I think we can all see what Adam really likes. It's not the hero so much. It's the rich alter ego.
Yeah, it's the money and the fictional side of it.
Listen,
Pretend to be someone else.
I think it's pretty heroic to be able to amass like billions of pounds without being regulated out.
Don't mention that organisation. Amass. Sorry.
Yeah. Top quality.
Yeah, top quality and topical.
Topical. Guys, will we jump straight in with some questions?
Please,
yeah,
please.
Cool.
I was a bit nervous before this, but I'm quite confident now.
Okay. Right. Okay, we're going to start with ones that will hopefully be specific. So I'll start with you, Pat. We all know Buzz was great, but how would he have done in a fight against Thanos?
Against Thanos?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. Thanos is very reliant on... Please don't interrupt.
I was just going to say, should we explain who Thanos is?
Yeah, Thanos is, if you've not seen the Avengers movie, and if you haven't, I mean, you're one of the 1 billion people left who haven't seen it.
Yeah, they're getting you.
Out of the 6 billion.
Oh, they'll get you.
Yeah. Oh, well, Thanos is an evil being in the Marvel universe. How Buzz Aldrin would have faced against him, I mean, don't get me wrong. Would have been tough. But Thanos, no, Buzz Aldrin, has come against the greatest enemy that all of us will encounter, which is life expectancy. Buzz Aldrin is still alive at 93. Sure, his mind's faded a little bit, and there was a court case whether he's in his right mind and can keep his fortune. Probably should have mentioned that in defending him. But Buzz was right. Buzz Aldrin's been to space more than Thanos. I'll say why, because Thanos is always in space, so he's only been there once.
Oh.
Buzz Aldrin's been there 4 times. He's done 3 spacewalks, 1 moon landing. Neil Armstrong had to go back to get his keys. But against him, he probably died, but so did half the universe. And who,
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Listen, it would have been a tough battle for any mere man. Tony Stark. If Iron Man had been on the first lunar mission, would he have been selfless enough to go second out the door?
Ooh, good question. Well, of course, like Buzz Aldrin wasn't the most selfless man
No, that's
on
true.
that trip. That
Michael
was
Collins.
Michael Collins.
well, they meant to drink after him.
Irish war hero, Michael Collins.
Surprise addition to the crew.
He was starving on that. He was starving on that jet.
Yeah, so I think he'd have probably gone first. He'd have probably paid for it himself. So he deserves to go first. So he might not have been as selfless as Buzz Aldrin, but he'd have still brought Buzz along. Buzz would have still gone second.
Okay.
And really it's Neil Armstrong who's going to get edged out there.
Despite all his accomplishments in jazz, a selfish spaceman.
So would it be Michael Collins, the Irishman, who got kicked off the trip, and Neil Armstrong goes second, Buzz goes?
Oh, you think they all get?
It's
they
like
all
a
get-
ranking
They all
system.
go down one.
Yeah.
No, I think he'd have just gone in. No, take out the number 1 slot.
Oh,
Put me in.
He'd
Yeah.
just
Keep these two like who are good in a supporting role,
Yeah, you need
as
a,
opposed to Neil Armstrong who wanted all the glory.
Yeah, his
Get rid
Pepper
of him.
Potts and his Happy Hogan.
yeah, 100%. You can't have 3 Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
you need. Yeah, I get you.
You need a Scotty
Okay.
Pippen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Arguably a star in his own right. Anyway, you
Bill
need
Murray.
Yeah. Okay, well, Neil Armstrong said one small step for man, 1 giant leap, blah, 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 all that.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think your hero would have said had he walked out first?
Well, first of all,
Please.
Neil Armstrong got it wrong
Yeah.
because he meant it was one small step for a man, 1 giant leap for mankind, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Not
Yeah, he
because
flubbed-
man
he flubbed it.
Yeah, so he
On
fluffed
live
the line.
television. It's like an SNL sketch.
Yeah. So it's like doing like a sort of, when you're speaking at a funeral, you can't like go back and go, oh, it'll be better next time. That's it. Like you got it wrong.
Yeah.
So first of all, Neil Armstrong ballsed it up. I don't think Tony Stark would have ballsed it up. He'd have come out strong and said something like, I am on the moon. And then that would have been it,
The end
just
of the
gone to,
Yeah, that instantly. And by the way, I was inspired just hearing that phrase. I am on the moon. I was like, people in this 1969 would have been wiping their tears away.
He'd have
Oh
said-
my god, I am on the moon.
He'd have said, I am on the moon, and then started playing AC/DC.
If
Like,
the conspiracy
it would have been
theorists,
perfect.
if the conspiracy theorists who don't believe the moon landing happened, all they said was, "I am on the moon," like,
Yeah.
he's not on the fucking moon.
Yeah, I am on the moon. Looking directly into the camera. I am on the moon. Like at the end of Iron Man when he says I am Iron Man, he's like, I am on the moon.
Shadows
Yeah.
going from every direction.
Yeah.
Got a big light.
Why is that flag waving?
Yeah.
There's no air there. But also, let's forget what everyone telling flubbing lines. Tony Stark, raging alcoholic.
Yeah.
Would he have been able to keep it together? It's a long flight.
How long is
Right, listen.
It's days, isn't it? It's about 5 days to get to the
it?
moon.
Oh, interesting.
Is it
Well, that
5?
car you're driving.
5 days. Depends what route you take. I think. Yeah, if you go down the A1
Yeah.
and then take the M6 toll, it's slightly.
The A1, which stands for A space. One. Continue, Adam.
Astronaut 1 was right there, but anyway, that's
I don't know what that is, Hugh. All I know is Spaceman.
Yeah, so Tony Stark was.
So I'm
Was
still
a-
like thinking about how inspirational I am on the moon.
Did we get a line for Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz Aldrin, he'd be like, 1 small step for the second man, 1 giant leap for womankind.
You reckon he'd have referenced womankind?
I reckon he would have had an aneurysm because of the lack of oxygen. But Buzz Aldrin, listen, it would have been cooler if there's a guy called Buzz. Neil Armstrong, what is that, my barber? Buzz Aldrin is either a sex pest down the road or a spaceman.
You got
He got really lucky. He got picked up for astronaut school.
Yeah.
Otherwise he'd have
Get away
had
from
to-
get away from that honeycomb. You're not working with bees anymore, Buzz. You're going up to space. Hey, put them clippers down. I know I just said Neil Armstrong was the barber, but Buzz Aldrin is quite a good name for a barber.
Buzz.
Only if he does like sort of just like really simple haircuts.
It could have been a gossip. What's the buzz, Buzz? Did you hear about Matthew Perry?
Let's not touch it.
Yeah.
Or let's. Ha ha ha. Hot dog.
Yeah, well,
Could I be here anymore too soon?
So as you brought up earlier, Tony Stark was an alcoholic.
He was an alcoholic. And we're not saying alcoholism is a bad
Addiction
thing.
is an
Addiction
illness.
it's an allergy of the body,
And he
as Matthew Perry said.
and he managed to beat it. Managed to beat it and Thanos. So that's another thing that he beat.
We are just going to talk about, I feel like, just to make a ruling this week, just movie Iron Man. Wouldn't that be better?
Yeah, so
Well, instead of real life Iron Man.
No, well, there's a guy in my neighborhood again that's...
Yeah.
He's
Well,
wearing a
who did the
bunker.
Iron Man challenge? Yeah. This is Buzz Aldrin against Tough Mudder.
his greatest challenge yet.
yeah, so you're saying
Can't get Tough Dirty Martini on Tough Mudder.
we kind of get waylaid with the comic
Yeah,
book
the Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Marvel
Iron Man,
Cinematic Universe.
MCU,
Yeah.
yes.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so Iron Man created a time machine, allowing the Avengers to save half the population of the universe. What do you believe Buzz Aldrin's greatest contribution to science has been, and did it save any lives?
Well, to be honest here, I suppose rather than contributing to science, he made sure that the science worked, you know?
Okay.
Do you know how risky it was being like the first flight to the moon? I mean, considering how many rockets have blown up in the entire NASA program, and also considering Russia sent Laika the dog up there and left it. Right?
Yeah.
That's a risky thing. That dog's still up there. I don't know how it's feeding itself. I mean, I heard
Not being taken for walks.
I heard the dog have removed a couple of its ribs so it could self-suck.
Jesus Christ.
It's been feeding itself.
Well, that'd pass away for the time and space.
Yeah. And that's 40 years. That's over 40 years. Maybe 50 years of that dog doing that. Hey, that's just what I heard. That's just what I heard.
If you can do that, you want to be left alone.
Yeah.
Space.
Those
Don't look at me.
Those goddamn Russians.
Well, Yuri Gagarin, it was a very risky trip. That was 1963, I believe. He came back. But a lot of it was risky, but just proving that worked. You know the common phrase, there's more technology now in the common torch than there is in the space shuttle now.
What
Is that
who is uttering that
I thought it was
phrase?
a calculator.
Calculator.
You had torch.
Yeah, torch. On, off. That's more than the rocket could
That's
do.
all they had.
Hand me that torch. I'm going to the moon.
Yeah. But hey. It's all just the computing power.
Computing power.
There was no off switch on the rocket, it was just on, hope you make it, and then on again to get back.
How did they get back?
Well, they launched a sort of stuff, and this, guys, I'm paraphrasing. Rocket went there and they managed to just get it on the right time, so it landed on the moon, and then there was a second propulsion to get back, I believe. Though what would you propulse against because there's no air there? Oh my God, they didn't go. There's no way of them getting no.
Oh, must be the quickest victory of hero complex there'll ever be.
Well,
a
there's
fraud versus a
We've got
billionaire
What was the question? What scientific advancements?
Yeah.
He's donated a lot of money to the Republican Party, which has stopped from valuable medicine. When I say valuable, invaluable. No, that means twice as valuable. Non-valuable medicine being distributed throughout the US, you know?
Well, the Republican Party is the party of Abe Lincoln, who freed the slaves. So, maybe.
By himself. No help.
Single-handed.
Buzz Aldrin was there.
Buzz Aldrin, probably 93 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop this.
Yeah.
How am I going to...
Iron Man would have just said something, I am freeing the slaves, something quippy like that.
Wait, what's it? 2013 minus 90.
Drinking a martini.
Sorry, 2023 minus 93. Oh, yeah, he had slaves. He had helpers.
Whoa.
Well, no, when was that? When did that stop? That's not the debate today. It's still going on in China. Next question. I think I made my point for defending Buzz Aldrin there. Also donated a lot of money, which I found out today, to the Freemasons.
Did he?
Yeah, he's the first Freemason on the moon.
Well, there's probably been a few since, right?
He could have been first.
Well, that's where their headquarters is now. Isn't it? The
Well, that would have been too
Freemasons.
obvious.
Believe
Be the
Denver
first
Airport,
Freemason on the
I
moon. Too much, attention to their organisation.
Okay, this next question is a bit weirder. Iron Man has a time machine. If your hero could go to any live event or concert in history, what would it be?
The moon landing, so he could go first.
Two Buzz Aldrins keeping Neil Armstrong.
Well, they cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong must have thought about tinnitus.
I think it was aluminium at his up there.
No. You must have. Then I'll try and think of what Buzz Aldrin might have gone back to.
Good question. So going back to a concert
Yes.
back in time, does it have to be a
live
concert?
event? Live event.
A live event. I think he'd have gone back to Live Aid.
Okay, that's a concert.
then-
You didn't need to ask the question.
Yeah, he was alive for that.
Well, that was a concert. Does it have to be a concert? I'm going to pick a concert.
I was filibustering.
Yeah.
Once. He'd have gone back to Live Aid and then single-handedly donated all the money needed to save Africa.
And-
That's what he'd have done.
At no point in the movie.
But he'd have
does
done
he
it
do
at the
that.
end.
Like, he could do that, you're saying, in the movies, but he doesn't do it.
Well,
You don't have actual access to a time machine.
Guys.
None of this.
guys, in the movies,
Yeah.
there isn't a Live Aid on at that stage.
see, okay.
They'd already done them, so there was no point.
Bob
So,
Geldof was
Africa.
killed by Dr. Doom.
Not in the
I
movies.
hate the boom. I hate the Boomtown Rats.
Ultravox. Disgusting.
Yeah, so
Okay,
he'd have
so
done
you
that,
think
I
he'd have just donated? Again, I can't really get past the fact that you're saying he has access to the money necessary to fix Africa, but just doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, you asked what Buzz Aldrin could have done. Tony Stark could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
No,
Apart from fix his alcoholism and his heart condition.
well, he's also introduced renewable energy into the world.
Does he share it?
He shares it. Yeah, he shares it with everyone who works for his company, Stark Industries.
That's
so-
feudalism.
No, only when they're at work. so it's not
feudalism
feudalism.
on the weekends.
No.
Then you have to pay your own power.
Yeah, you pay your own bill there. He pays everyone well. I mean, like he sacked an actual butler to replace him with a computer.
Workers' rights,
done
guys.
that.
It's a very serious issue.
Yeah, he sacked the actual Jarvis to replace him with an AI named after him as well. Imagine that.
Yeah.
What a piss take.
Yeah, Edwin Jarvis, Buzz's real name, Edwin.
Yeah,
I think.
it is Edwin Jarvis. Yeah,
Wow.
well done.
Edwin
Well-
Jarvis, Edwin Aldrin.
Really?
I think so.
All right.
I do have it up on my phone, but I've not. It's Edwin.
Welcome to the Full Circle podcast, guys. And
Yeah.
this is where we
Describing the
slowly.
shapes of his host. Yes, it is Edwin.
Yeah, see? There you go.
That's good work.
Can't believe I remembered that.
That is fucking great work from you there, Pat. I hope that gets something in the edit.
Yeah. You're learning something.
Describing the shape of his host deserved a lot. Anyway, all right, guys. I haven't prepared very many more questions, just because I thought it was 5, but we've kind of kept the answers short. So I'll do.
No, but there's a debate we have. Go on. Sorry.
Yes. So I'll say my last question, which I've pre-prepared, and then I'll see can I think of any more. Is your hero is your
That bit out.
Yeah. No. Your hero is your lover. What's he getting you for Christmas? Bearing in mind it's the thought that counts. So no, just billionaire shit.
Yeah. What macaroni painting is Tony Stark giving you?
Yeah, the thing is, if I was in a relationship with Tony Stark and he came in with a thought that counts kind of present, I'd be really annoyed. I'd be like, no, I want a Ferrari.
Yes.
I want to go to the moon. Don't want to go in a submarine or anything like that. But, you know, I want him to shift a few quid. Like, he got Pepper Potts in Iron Man 3. He got her a big bunny rabbit for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
one, it was about 2 stories tall. There was no thought in that.
Yeah.
That.
Would anybody in the world like that gift?
No, it's annoying. You had to take
Yeah.
had to take the
Where
wall
would we
off.
put that?
So
The garage?
it's outside.
The car's in there, Tony.
It's like the worst scarecrow ever. Just
Yeah, I don't think he excels at giving gifts. To be fair, except the gift of peace at the end of Endgame, where he sacrificed himself. Buzz Aldrin, alternatively, is still alive.
I remember that scene. It's like Thanos goes, "I am inevitable," and then
And
Iron
he
Man
says, "I am on the
moon." Edwin Buzz Aldrin, as we said, is Republican, so I assume our gay relationship will be quite hidden, quite stern. Just like
You think a 93-year-old Republican astronaut is going to keep his gay lover a secret? That's sad.
do you think he's still coming second? Ayo.
if at all. Yeah, I'm coming first, second, and third in this one. It's just like it'd be like you get home from a long day of not visiting the moon. I just say, "How was your day, honey?" Shut up. Shut up. You know how it was. Did you go to the moon today? No. Well, I've got the hot dogs are thawing in the sink. Do you remember when you used to cook? I do, Buzz. I do. And I'm going to bed. Don't wake me. And then like I'm asleep. I'm pretending to be asleep. He comes in. He gets his arms around me. I'm just like, I don't like shouting at you, baby. I don't like. I got you something. I got you something. Come down here. I go down the stairs and there's a huge box wrapped up. It's like it's not my birthday. It's like I know. Your birthday is He's forgotten. I open up. It's a new dishwasher. How you not on your feet all day? Because I know how important my feet are. Mine were on the moon. You always say this. So it would be a dishwasher, and hopefully, if we didn't sign the prenup, a lovely divorce.
Okay. So again, Iron Man comes out slightly on top.
Whoa! Where's the dishwasher? You know how useful those things are? They increase your heating bill 500%.
Buzz Aldrin seems to have some slightly abusive tendencies.
Well, he loves me.
He loves you, yeah. I mean, that's the.
He loves me. All right. Sorry I couldn't go to your birthday. He wanted me to cook dinner. I just feel safe.
Yeah, I get that.
These arms have been on the moon. I just feel so safe.
Do you ever shout out Neil Armstrong's name in bed just to upset him?
I did once. And I don't know how to talk. Yeah, and he sent me all the way to the moon. But hey, that was a matter for the police and it was dropped. Because there were no eyewitnesses because they were both bruised and blackened. Yeah, he sent me to the SS I already told you twice.
Oh, yes. God,
Michael lives with us. Doesn't get involved. Always somewhere else, old Michael.
Quite a
Why
keen
you
observer.
come here? You could have been there too. We're not a case. 6 counties.
Well, Michael Collins, again, fan of the 6 counties solution. Anyway, that's a hero for a different episode, guys, because he's coming.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about that. Not the moon one. Guys, I'm going to let you put it in your own words. Is there anything that you've learned about your heroes that you think makes him specifically better than the other hero?
That was a big with it.
Well, the thing is, after I've just called him my abusive husband, it'd be hard to say. But obviously, he has donated a lot of charity over the years, Buzz Aldrin, because kind of Indian public kind of have to.
Yeah.
So I've just defeated my own point immediately. But married 4 times.
Oh, interesting. Was he actually abusive?
His fourth.
Were you the
No, I
last?
don't know. His 4th marriage, January 2023.
90s.
He got married
This year,
92.
93, 92. Yeah, I should have said the other way around.
That is one.
But it's time linear when you've been on the moon.
Yeah,
You got married in January this year to his apparently a childhood sweetheart. According to his kids, it's someone trying to steal his money.
Well, it's a last-ditch effort if she has. That is one hell of a buzzer beater. I gotta tell you, I'm respecting her. She might be my hero.
And here's the thing, like, she's 63, so 93 divided by 2 plus 7, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, his childhood sweetheart, when he was in his 30s, is a bit of a worry.
So, his childhood sweetheart probably died in Korea.
Yeah, my childhood sweetheart. She's my childhood sweetheart.
Or
She's like,
polio.
sure, I am Buzz.
There's a chance his childhood sweetheart died in Hiroshima. That's how.
Yeah.
If he was doing a gap year or something. That's how old this. Yeah. Let me see. 23. Yeah, could have happened.
Could have happened. It's not.
I'm not saying she did. I'm not seeing Oppenheimer. Or they focus on that.
Yeah,
Welcome to Hiroshima. Hi, I'm Buzz Aldrin's girlfriend. What's that?
Famous holiday destination. Not now, obviously. Russia.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta try. You gotta go.
You gotta go. You won't believe the scenery.
Yeah. You know what? I think I could live here.
It can't happen twice. What's what they say about lightning and nukes not striking twice?
Yeah. Or Japan.
For Japan.
Remember the President recently got, but anyway.
No, tell us more, Pat.
No, President Abe, but let's not talk about that.
Oh.
But yeah, what did you learn about Ironman? Because you win this battle.
Because it's close.
It's close, baby.
Well, to my knowledge, he's not beaten any of his wives. Only had one wife in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Slept with a lot of women, but reformed his ways.
Also,
and
Buzz
settled
Aldrin,
down.
we don't have Buzz Aldrin beating anyone, but just me. So he's beating a man, so positive.
Yeah.
There we go.
Beating up his gay partner at 93. Was he,
Whoa, okay. If you could sleep with the second man who's on the moon, wouldn't you?
Well, apparently now, yeah, because you get a big windfall at the end of the
exactly.
year. Yeah, so
I'm guessing that's why he had to defend his mental sanity.
Yeah.
was that why he had to?
Whoa! You're going out with him?
I've got myself a little trophy wife. Yeah. She's retired.
I'm sorry, Buzz Jr., but me and your father are in love.
Buzz Jr. Yes.
Yeah. Say goodbye to Buzz Jr., Buzz. I made the Muller corner for you. I'll let you tip it in yourself. I know apparently I do it wrong.
Okay, so Iron Man not beating any wives.
Not beating any wives or husbands.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically only beating up bad people.
Just a quick one. Wouldn't you say that Pepper Potts has been in danger as a direct result of him, though?
Yeah, not
And Happy Hogan.
and Happy Hogan, his driver / friend / security
Maybe.
honcho.
/ Spider-Man's adoptive
Yeah.
aunt fuck pal.
Oh, yeah. He
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
He
he
bangs
is.
Aunt
Yeah.
May. In
Which,
what is
which
undoubtedly
outside of marriage, which
the hottest iteration of Aunt May, it has to be said.
No.
Did you not like the Tobey Maguire aunt?
Rosemary Harris.
She was there.
She's named after a herb
I mean,
and a surname.
And
at that time, she was certainly
and
the
something
hottest
Buzz
iteration.
Aldrin would do to women.
Oh.
Harrison.
Rosemary, you bitch.
Clip it.
By who? So we've had reports with Stabbers. Apparently, your wife was Rosemary. And it's just like the second man on the moon walks out on his timer. He's Buzz Aldrin.
It's
The
one
man's invincible.
one small step for Rosemary.
And the thing is, once the first man on the moon dies, do you step up?
You heard the moon.
that Buzz might be the first man on the moon.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, is Neil Armstrong still alive?
No,
Do
he's
you know?
not.
He's gone.
Yeah, terrible jazz accident.
Terrible jazz
Yeah,
accident.
piano for them.
Inhaled his own trumpet instead of blew it.
Yeah.
Then he'd been fine. We're sticking to Neil Armstrong. was a jazz musician. Yeah.
You're trying to sleep with Buzz Aldrin's wife in Hiroshima. What's that?
Nothing, baby. I gotta go.
Wait a minute. I've not met Buzz Aldrin yet. Does this make sense? Nice dishwasher.
Could be some MCU time travel style.
Yeah, some
Cuckolding.
timey-wimey stuff.
So here's a question. I'll now answer the same question. Was there anything in your research that you found bad about your person?
Oh yes, that's a great question.
Was there anything he did badly? Well, he did run a weapons manufacturer up until the age of like 40, and then reformed his ways.
And that was only after a near-life death.
It was after a near-life death. Yeah.
So
Near-death experience as well.
If you've been affected by any of the issues brought up in today's show, a near-life death, for example.
Yeah, he had a near-death experience at the hand of one of his own nukes that his uncle had sold to a load of 10 Rings members that used over in Afghanistan to kidnap him, to then behead him, so that Obadiah Stane could take over Stark Industries because he was a power monger. And later then, that's I'm really getting bogged down in detail here.
No, it's good to get like. Did you bought a new house? Yeah, it's near life death on the DLR.
Was there anything like problematic about the stereotypical terrorists in Iron Man 1?
Anything problematic?
Well, there's a time where like we were in Afghanistan and Iraq, so the Middle Eastern terrorists, right?
Stereotypical, at least their worries then. Okay. Actual.
Every film like that was just like right or wrong.
Yeah,
way.
but,
I think most of them were
actually
actually played by English actors. So, have a big problem with that.
Yeah.
The English always been the bad guys.
Well, like, the main Iron Man villain went in the comics, and this is part of the debate. There was controversy because he was called the Mandarin, which is just a Chinese language and also an orange. It's like the big Fu Manchu mustache who has 10 powerful rings. That's much about, but they did away with that in the movies and like.
They just made it Trevor Slattery instead. Yeah, an actor from whose Hamlet was the
John Slattery.
John Slattery.
No, Trevor Slattery
played by Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley,
yeah,
who also played
Gandhi.
Sexy Beast.
Yeah, I was going to say Sexy Beast, but I couldn't remember. I was like,
I couldn't remember the character.
Was it like Good Beast?
With Ray Winstone.
No. You beast.
I can't stay mad at you, you sexy beast.
I feel so safe.
So he was a bit of a wrong one. So in your research of Buzz Aldrin, did you come across anything he did that was good?
Well, I'll give it.
Other than going on the moon.
No. And here's a tip, and maybe in our next episode I'll fall to this trap again. Think about who you pick before you pick them. Because I've learned more about Buzz Aldrin today than I have in the rest of my previous 31 years combined. And you know what? I don't really like Republicans or Freemasons.
Well, I don't really know.
And it seems the only reason I picked him was that he let a guy go first.
Yeah. I wonder if he let him or if he was just absolutely dominated for the 5-day journey.
I think maybe, right, in a smart thing, like, nobody's ever done this before. Do you want to be the first? Okay, like, what if it's quicksand?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Maybe he's a coward, is what you're saying.
A smart cow. Most cows are smart.
Well, for sure.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Famously.
All those Kevin Spacey witnesses have backed out.
Oh. Well,
they
we've
kept
taken a political position, guys.
Well, they kept their lives on the three who weren't in to take the stand. So. Allegedly, maybe.
Yes, allegedly. House of Cards was a great show.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't turn a blind eye to kind of crime's good.
It's all the
One
bad
more
places.
season. One more season. That's all I'm saying. Let's tie this thing up.
Let him run the old Vic again.
Remember when he tried to do like his own version for Christmas of House of
Cards?
Cards?
Let me be frank.
Yeah. Where it
Oh,
just put it up on YouTube. It was just him in his kitchen. Like,
Being Frank Underwood cooking a turkey.
yeah. He's like, I'm going to get you. Like, that was the kind of
Some people deny me my rolls. And he brings out like a bunch of bread rolls. And they'll be running turkey. And these cranberries brings out the turkey again.
He thought they'd fix it in post. They did
Yeah.
not.
You can't trust editors. Anyway.
The director should always be there with the editor.
Well, how long have we done, by the way? Because I have no idea.
Well, around 45 minutes.
Oh,
What?
whoa! In what can only be described as a resounding, so far, victory for Iron Man.
Is it that so much for Iron Man?
I haven't even really mentioned half the stuff Iron Man has done. It's
Well, let's
just
go through
him,
that. Let's go through that. I'll pick it apart by one.
him not being Buzz Aldrin has been
Yeah,
enough
I feel
to-
as though
to win.
Pat hasn't fucking done a smear campaign yet, which I feel like he should. He's called him an alcoholic. Which
I'm a good man and a good husband.
No,
I love it.
I think he meant a smear campaign on Tony Stark, not on your
Correct.
arm.
Yes.
I'll never talk. I just feel so safe. Well, no, we've said about the weapons manufacturing, which some of us don't need a life-changing terrorist attack to make sure that we don't make weapons, Adam. You know.
Yeah,
And
good
sure,
point.
he built an armor out of a pile of scraps, which I'm not here to downplay intelligence. Intelligence is great, as an IQ test told me the other day. 94
Ooh.
questions.
Oh.
23.
Is 94 good?
No.
No,
I mean, it's fine.
I don't know.
It's like, I think it's average.
IQ doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 141 yesterday. I did.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
1-4,
It just
yeah.
said.
Well, that-
1 for 1, that's
That would be Mensa level intelligence. I believe.
that's the time we
It's
go to
like
a Chinese dentist.
It was a really, really sad snooker break. I was like, I didn't get the car.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Did you put the did you put the black early, or what are we
Yeah.
talking here? Oh
No,
god.
someone set up a snooker.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
so guys,
yeah.
there's 12 Red Bulls, I think. Maybe
15.
more.
You tell me Tony Stark wearing a suit of armor out of 12 Red Bulls?
So yeah. So
No,
what did
but-
Buzz Aldrin do before he became an astronaut?
He was a war hero who fought in Korea and shot down a lot of people.
And what did he use?
What did he use? His gun.
Oh, so he used weapons that had been manufactured by a weapons manufacturer. And if he hadn't been able to do that, he'd have gone over there just like with his hands in his
Well,
pockets.
he should have,
and-
because the Korean War was unjustifiable.
Yeah. Korean War. So thank you
Sorry.
for funding the unjustifiable war. And hey, zoom in.
Hey, on a serious note, does anybody know the story of Korea? Because I have no idea why they went into
Zoom
Korea.
in the camera. Zoom in.
There's no zoom.
Is there a zoom? No. Oh.
This is terrible.
All
closer.
war is bad.
All war is
We'll
bad.
zoom in
agreed.
post.
Yeah. I wanted to be a part of this. Yes.
Anyway, that should get me a second husband.
Yeah.
But no, Tony Stark also, it took him a long time. He doesn't accept competitors. He's an anti-competitor. Every time someone else has had an armor, he's taken them down.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Well, they should have
this-
made the
this-
armor
this-
better.
And this should be, and this does include his friend, warmonger Colonel James Rhodes, or Rhodey, as his friends know him.
Oh. Yeah.
He gave him a suit of armor in the end,
No.
or at least let him keep the one he nicked.
And now he turns out to be an alien. Tony Stark trusted this alien man, and he's an alien. He's a Skrull. Not just saying it because he's like not Caucasian, but he's this alien. Tony Stark has no judgment, probably because he's a bit of a drunk. He trusted this alien, not black, alien man with a suit of armor, and he turns out to be against his world. Can we trust a man like this with the amount of power and money he has? I mean, how many times has he been betrayed? His company was nearly taken over in Ironman 3 by someone with the extremist virus, played by Guy Pearce.
Yeah,
Right.
he wasn't
Which,
actually
by
trying to
the
take
way-
over his company, but yeah, go on.
Listen, I've not seen Iron Man
Potato,
3 'cause I'm
potato.
a child. I read Dostoevsky. He did Iron Man 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
His greatest works
His
include.
company has nearly been taken over 3 times. Once by Justin Hammer, Guy Pearce, his character nearly took it over. You know,
yeah.
the guy's not a good businessman, and if he was a good businessman, why doesn't he give stuff back to the people? which he never does. The man is apparently a futurist. He can see into the future. He knows what the future is going to happen, but seems ill-equipped to prevent it.
Yeah, well, so he mainly sort of worked on saving the planet.
What
from
about
alien
Ultron?
invasion.
Anything to say on?
He created Ultron.
Yeah.
Bit of a mistake there. Fair play.
Yeah.
But he admitted to it being a mistake, and that's when he said he needs to be kept in check in Captain America: Civil War. So,
Yeah, I mean, I know after Avengers 1, fighting the Chitauri, was it? He came back with PTSD, which stands for pretty terrible at saving, darling. Right? And a man who has the most wealth and power possibly on Earth, because as an Earthman, not considering like Thor as a god or Black Widow as a woman. And he did nothing. He kept himself to himself, drinking martinis, trying to get with reporters. Before there's company fall again to a Russian big head psychopath. And I wouldn't trust this man.
Well, look, my question is very simply, obviously they were selling the weapons to the other side. Isn't that kind of like prudent for a weapons manufacturer? Because
you've always backed the winner. Yeah.
I mean,
Point.
I'm saying no. I'm saying what you should do is sell to both sides, because, I mean, if your interest is purely your own, why wouldn't you be like, hey, let's prolong this war, give the losing side better weapons, if anything? Is he a bad businessman? Is the question.
I'll defend Ironman with that. I wouldn't say he's a bad businessman. I'd say he's a morally wrong business.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yes, of course.
If you can,
he's funding an illegal war with weapons.
Well, if you can build a rocket launcher, you can build a hairdryer.
Well, and a hairdryer has the same computing power necessary
As a rocket that brings you to the moon, yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually just he had two hairdryers, one in each hand, and stood on the ground, turned them both on at the same. If you do it at the same time, if you do it at different times, then you end up going in a spiral.
But Buzz Aldrin always loves to take the piss out of it. Just look at his filmography. There's about 40 films where he plays himself.
Yes.
And there's one before he plays Batman. Not really. No. But he's willing to take the piss out of himself. Like, second man on the moon, where He's like,
you.
Well, Tony Stark. If someone deigned to make a joke about him, he'd just buy their company and sack them.
Yeah, which is pretty funny, to be fair.
Yeah, but
if you're able to do that,
I mean, if you have, but why? Be above those things, surely, wouldn't you? You'd say, hey, let's just go to a beach and.
No, you only need to be above those things if you can't afford to buy someone's company and then sack them in front of everyone else in the company.
But if it's their company, you're giving them money to sack them.
No, but it wouldn't be their company, would it? It'd just be an employee at a company. Well. It'd be like someone that took the piss out of him in Starbucks, so he just buys Starbucks and then just shuts that branch.
So instead of saving Africa, he's doing
petty buyouts just to get back at baristas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that is top tier hero.
Yeah, I can get
also, Iron Man, Iron Woman reminds me of Thatcher.
Pat, now you've officially come back into this game.
Should have finished
at my pity that you had my attention.
We should have finished at 33 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is very real because I hate Thatcher.
He's
Iron Man desperately looking towards Stephen Strange. What will you put up my arse?
That's going to be great for the audio listeners.
For the audio listeners, I held up a funny joke that I found in the book.
It happened in the movie, which is what we're discussing today.
Iron Man sounds like a command more than a person.
It's like something Buzz Aldrin had shouted at you.
So that Buzz Aldrin would shout at prisoners on the moon. My new moon prison. Sorry, Mr. Aldrin. Mr. Aldrin's wife. That's me. So we scuffed in your dishwasher to moon prison with you. Sure, you can jump high, but you know what? The walls are higher too. We've thought of that.
It'd just be the lunar Australia. You get sent there, you can't possibly escape there.
Good day, mate. Welcome to bloody moon.
Welcome to the moon.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a moon stingray. Look up, Moon Steve Irwin. A didgeridoo.
Jeez.
I'm not struggling for answers. You're struggling for answers.
I don't have any answers to Moon Steve Irwin. You're right. I'm rendered speechless by that. Of course. Well done.
This could be the
Brilliant.
final nail in the coffin.
Right. I'd just like to make clear: Moon Steve Irwin has nothing to do with the.
Are we tabling Moon Steve Irwin and Didgeridoo? I will walk out.
Didgeridoo.
No, it's not relevant to the debate. He's right.
Pat, you're magnanimous as your hero, Buzz Aldrin.
My hero's not Moon Steve.
You're willing to come second.
That's a moon gainer.
You're willing to come second. I appreciate it. That's
Well, if that's you're revealing your result already.
Listen, I don't think that there could be any debate. I'm making it very clear right
We've
now.
had the debate.
No, I
Had
don't.
debate.
What's the last 43 minutes about then?
Has it only been 43 minutes?
43 minutes is fine.
No, I mean, it's been a debate, but it's been a one-sided debate. It's what we thought Tyson Fury versus Ngannou should have been. Hey, topical.
It won't be when this comes out.
Oh yeah, good point. It's what we thought. Remember that fight ages ago? Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. It was before Christmas.
Francis Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou, yes.
You're not allowed to claim him for Buzz Aldrin. He came second though as well, like Buzz Aldrin.
He did. Manny would argue he should have maybe came first, much like Buzz Aldrin. Well, he had one man arguing today.
Sticking to it.
So who's winning?
So far, I'd say it's Adam by a hair, but that was mostly down to the Margaret Thatcher thing.
If it wasn't for that, I lost by a bunch of hair.
Many hairs. Long hairs. Are we going to call it now and just...
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
yeah, if you make, I don't see what else I can say to change your mind.
Well, then I have to. I have to just award Adam and Ironman, the dream team,
Yes.
the victory.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. Cheers.
I, like Buzz Aldrin, I've lost to a white man. I will go home and hit someone. We don't know if he does that.
Wife number 2, victim number 3. Hiroshima claimed the first.
I feel like there's been a lot of libelous content in this episode. So is that good?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hiroshima. Let's close it out.
Yeah, let's like that be the ending. Hiroshima done. Fade to black.
Do you want to wrap it up?
Oh yes. What are we doing, guys? Thank you very much for listening. If you've made it through this, you've got incredible stamina. It's been a fun episode, despite the result being clear early. Much like a very one-sided game of ball, where like Ronaldo and Messi got to play together, like Adam and Iron Man. Anyway, Iron Man is our reigning champion going into next week, where Adam will get to judge. And tune in again. Thanks very much for listening. Good night.